This video is about Scratch software. Now here you can see the Scratch on the desktop. You can double click on it to get the Scratch screen. Now children, this Scratch, it is an animating software. So we first begin with animation. Animation, you must have heard about Tom and Jerry, Ben 10, Doraemon and so many cartoon movies. So all these are animated movies. Now what exactly animation is? Animation, it is a way of making a movie by using a series of drawings or photographs of objects that are slightly different from one another, and when you view them quickly one after the other, it creates the appearance of movement and you feel that the object is moving. So this software Scratch is also an educational software. It is very easy to use and learn, and you can create your interactive stories, games and animations using this software. And it makes use of block-based programming. Block-based programming means you do not have to learn any particular computer programming language for it. Instead, you have to place the blocks in right order, just as you place your Lego building blocks. You must have used blocks game in which you place them one after the other and make beautiful toys like building, ship, etc. Similarly here, instead of those blocks, physical ones, you have to drag the coding to the script area and then stick them together or bring them together and then apply them on your sprite. Now first we begin with the Scratch screen, children. Now this is our Scratch screen. On the top you have your title bar. As you all know, the name of the application is mentioned on the extreme left, and just now we are using Scratch 1.4 as it is the introduction part. We have latest versions also which have more facilities than Scratch 1.4. Then you have these buttons. These are control buttons together. First one is minimize. It brings your Scratch to taskbar. Then you have your restore button. This becomes maximize. If your screen is at restore place, then if you want it to be occupied on the entire screen, then you click on the maximize button. It occupies the entire screen, but here it is already maximized. So if I click on this restore, you can see part of desktop is also available and you can see the screen has come in the center. But if I click on it, maximize, it will occupy the entire screen. Then you have your close button. This is to close your application, which we are not using. Then second one is your toolbar. This is your file toolbar. You have your file options, new, open, save, save as, and import project, export project, etc. Then edit also have options in it. Share is for sharing your project online, and help is to provide help. Now here, next you have your 8 color coded blocks, children. This 8 color coded blocks, you have motion, looks, sound, pen, control, sensing, operator and variables. Now each color coded block has coding inside it. If you click on it, you can see the coding on this blocks palette. Like motion, it is blue in color, and you can see all these codings here appearing blue in color. Looks, you can see the color will change. It is purple in color displayed here, and all the codings here are purple in color. Then you have your sound. See the sound coding of sound. So each one of these blocks have their own codings which you can apply on your sprite. Now after this, this is your blocks palette where all the codings are displayed, and this is your script area where here you are going to drag the blocks from the blocks palette and place it to write a script for the sprite which you use in your project work. Now you have, this is your stage area, children, and this stage area, it is divided into x and y axis. The center coordinates are 0 and 0, and the dimensions of this stage is 480 units wide and it is 360 units long. The middle has the coordinates 0 and 0. By default the background is white, and by default the sprite which is available on your stage area, it is a cat sprite. And for sprite you can say it is a small graphic object which can move independently around the stage producing animation effect. And any new project of your Scratch, it will always start with a single cat sprite. Now when you have to work with this sprite, you have these two buttons on the top. You have your green flag for starting your script and this stop for stopping the activated script. Now for example, here I can give you small example of this start and stop. Supposing I drag this coding, move 10 steps here. I'm making the steps a bit more so that you can see. If I click on move 50 steps, if I double click on the script, this it will see, you can see the movement of the sprite. I can make it more 100 so that it is visible to you, and I am taking one more. ये block based है when I am attaching it to the other file. Now here I do it turn 90 degrees supposing. Now when I use, if I double click on the script, then it will get activated. One way is this, and instead of this I can also use this green flag, children. But for green flag we need control button. From control button you should have this when green flag option. If you have placed this green flag option, then you do not have to double click here. Instead of that, you can use this green flag option to execute your script. Now if I do, this is my sprite, just now it is tilted. If I click on green flag, it should move 100 steps and then turn 90 degree. See here, I do it, it has moved it 100 steps and then turned 90 degree. If I have to stop my animation, supposing I have made a big project, just now the project is small enough, and if I want to stop everything, I can click on this red button. Okay, then you have here, children, we come to this part. You have can rotate, only face left, right, and don't rotate options here. Now this part, supposing our sprite is here, it has turned upside down. I want it to get rotated. Then I click on the scan rotate button. If I click on the scan rotate button, a blue color thumb line is drawn here. I can use this thumb line to rotate my sprite and bring to correct position. Is it clear? Now sometimes if I require that the sprite should not rotate completely, it should only face left and right. That means the face, just now the sprite is facing towards the right side. I want it to face this side. So if I choose this button, this is face left and right, and I see this blue thumb line, I can drag it this side and you get it. See, the face gets changed here. Then I have this don't rotate option. If I click on this, children, even if I now use my thumb line to rotate it, it will never get rotated because I have clicked the button don't rotate. But if I want my sprite to get rotated, I will have to click on this scan rotate button again. Then my sprite can move here and there. Right? Now, apart from this, you have these three buttons at the bottom. This is paint new sprite, this is your choose new sprite from file, and this is your get surprise sprite. These three buttons are used for adding a sprite to your presentation. Now first I am telling you choose new sprite from file. Here you will have ready-made options available. You can click here. You have so many categories: animals, fantasy, letters, people, things, and transportation. Each category have their own sprites here. You can see here. You can choose any of them and can put them in your presentation. Supposing I use this fish 3, I click on OK. The sprite will be there in my presentation, and if it comes overlapping on the other one, you can just simply use your mouse to drag it and put it at the correct place. There are other categories also apart from animals. You can see you have people. You can check from here. You click on that. Every category has sprites in it. You can choose any of them. Okay, I have used this. Supposing, see, these sprites, they come on the stage area as soon as I click on OK. Now you have paint new sprite option. This opens a paint editor window. Now this paint editor window, it allows you to paint your sprite. You can make your own drawing here. You have the tools here. You can use these tools to draw. Like supposing you use this rectangle tool, you click on that, you just hover your mouse, you'll get the name of the tools. Now if you choose this rectangle tool, there are two options, filled and unfilled. If you choose the filled one, then it will draw the rectangle with the filled tool. And if I choose only the outer boundary one, then only the outer boundary will be drawn like this. And whatever thing you want to draw, you can use your line tool, you can use your text tool and make your own sprite here. And then you can click on OK. As soon as you click on OK, those two sprites will be available on your stage area. Apart from that, in Paint New Editor only, you can also import the sprite. Now supposing you import some sprite, the difference here is that supposing I choose from transportation, I have chosen this car. And in this paint editor, you can edit your sprite. So if you want, you can change the color of your sprite. Supposing I'm just changing it to yellow so that I can come to know. You can use any of these. Okay, if I have to make the changes, I will make the changes and then I will click on OK. The sprite comes here. Fine. This is the way how you are going to add a sprite to your presentation. These are the three new sprite buttons. Paint new sprite, choose new sprite, and third one is get surprise sprite. Get surprise sprite means you can get any sprite. Even you do not know which sprite you will be getting when you click this button. So when I click for the first time, I got this sprite of a boy. Next time if I click, I get this car. Next time if I click, I get this fish. So even I do not know which sprite will be there in this get surprise. So this is only a surprise from us. These three ways are there to add sprite to your presentation. Now come to this toolbar of sprites. Now here you have this stamp or duplicate option. Duplicate will create a duplicate of your slide. Supposing I want duplicate of this fish, I will click on this. I click on this and this, see, you can have duplicate of the sprite. Now if I want to delete some sprite, I will click on the scissors icon. I click on it, it gets deleted. Any other sprite I want to delete, I am deleting most of them so that later on you are able to see. Whichever sprite I don't want, you can even delete the one which you had, initial one. Then you can delete whichever sprite you want to delete. You just click on scissors icon, keep deleting. Click on scissors icon, keep deleting. I have kept only two sprites now here. Now come to grow sprite, children. Grow sprite will increase the size of sprite. You keep clicking on it, the size of the sprite keeps increasing. Now you come to shrink sprite. Shrink means it will decrease the size. See, supposing I want to decrease the size of this car, I will keep clicking on it and on each click it will keep decreasing. Right? Now here this is decreased. Then you have this part, children. This is your stage part, and just above stage you have these options. Switch to small stage. It will decrease the size of your stage. See, now it is very small. Now if I click to switch to full stage, switch to full stage means it will be your normal stage where you include your slides in the presentation. And last one is your switch to presentation mode. Presentation means it will be on the entire screen. If you click like this, you can see here, and you can press your escape key or you can press on this back arrow to exit your presentation and come back to the scratch screen. Once you have done this, now here you have some more options. Here you can see by the name of this sprite is sprite 5. If you want to change the name, you can click on this lock icon. You can change the name of the sprite. Supposing this is my car, so I have written here car. As soon as I click on it outside, see, the name of the sprite becomes car. These three buttons have already been explained to you. Now apart from that, I want to tell you about these x and y coordinates. This x coordinate here, x and y, they represent the position of a sprite on the stage, where this sprite is. This sprite is located at x-axis is 81 and y-axis is minus 105 here, and the direction is 90. And here also we have x and y, but this x and y tells the position of the mouse pointer. See here, if I place the mouse pointer here, the coordinates are x 137 and y 123. But if I place it here, they become negative 176 and minus 104. Okay. Now, apart from this, then you have these tabs, costume and sound. Sound for recording the sound. You can record your own sound in it, or you can import a sound. Import sound, you can import sounds from here. Okay. You have so many options here, bird, cat, cricket, and so many. You can import any sound to your sprite. So when you play your presentation, now you just hear it. You can hear it. So similarly, you can also add sound to your presentation. If you do not want, this is for stopping your sound. You can also use this record option, children. If you use this record option, you can record your own voice. Supposing you are creating a story, then hello friends, this is class and I am Tom. I am going to present a story or something like that. Any dialogue you are speaking, all those dialogues can be recorded here. You know recording just like you do in your mobile. You can start recording and then you click on stop to stop the recording. You can try it yourself. Then you have this costume tabs. Costume is for changing the appearance of your sprite. Costume is the alternate appearance of a sprite. To create a costume, you'll have to click on this costume tab, and you again have three options: paint, import, and camera. With paint, you can draw your own sprite, and then you can change the color. Like supposing I'm using import one just now, and in import, if I want the same car which I had used earlier, I think so it was this one, and I want to change its color or anything like that, then I can change the color. I have made it totally here, like you can apply. This was shading one car, so it is coming like this. You can apply the color, and then this is an alternate appearance. That means you have this car also here, and here this car also. If you click on it, you'll get this car. If you click on it, then you get this car. Okay? And you also have camera option here. With camera, you can see photograph, and you can add that also to your presentation. Okay. After that, you have your background option, children. Now, before background, I can also tell you this part. This one. Here you have, if you right click on this option, this is your sprite list. In your sprite list, you have show option, export this sprite, duplicate and delete. Show, it will, if you're supposing your sprite is not visible on the stage area, then you can click on this show sprite option so that it comes to the stage area. Now for example, here I show you, if I take this move, if I write here 1,000 steps, if I write move 1,000 steps, and I have used this control button so that you can know the use of this green flag. If I click on this, my car should move 1,000 steps, and when it moves 1,000 steps, definitely it is not going to be visible in the stage area. See here, I have run it, it is hidden, partly it is visible, rest part is not visible. Now if I want that, I want to see my sprite back, it will not be possible for me to drag. Just now I can drag, but if nothing, a part of it is also not visible, then I click on this show button. So as soon as I click on show, this car comes at the center. So you can see, use this for getting back your sprite on the stage. Then you also have other option, export this sprite is there. When you want to use the same sprite for other projects, then you can write the name of the sprite and you can save it where you want to save it, and you can click on OK button. So that car will be saved and you can use it in any other project of yours. Then you have, after that, if I right click, duplicate is there. One duplicate was using this tool, but this duplicate is, if you click on it, you can simply duplicate. Like if you click on, you right click here the sprite and you click on duplicate, it will create a duplicate. You can see the duplicates here. Then if you right click and choose this delete option, to whichever sprite is selected, one of them will get deleted. Now supposing I choose this car sprite and I right click delete, the sprite gets deleted. Okay. Then apart from this, you have your last topic is background in the introduction part. Now in background, children, by default the background is white in color, and at times you need attractive background because that will be the background for your presentation. Even for background you will click on the background. This background tab is not available beforehand. You will have to double click here. When you double click here, you get this background tab. When you click on this background, again there are paint, import and camera. If you have choosing paint option, then it will give you this paint editor, and whichever color you apply, supposing I have not chosen the color, sorry, I click on edit here and I choose this blue color supposing, and I apply here, I click on OK. So this entire background is filled with this cyan color. Now I do not want this one, I want to choose from the ready-made background. Then I choose my import option. In import there are various categories in background: indoors, nature, outdoors, sports and XY grid. So whichever category you want, I am choosing nature. Supposing in nature you have so many options available, you can use any of these and then you can click on OK. The background will be available here. Then you have your camera. Camera option is also there, with which you can add your background, but there should be attractive background in the camera. Then you can add that to your presentation. That is all for this introduction part. And or when you save your file, you click on file, save, that you already know, and all Scratch files, they are saved with the extension sb.sb. Thank you.